Okay. Sorry, guys. Had some issues getting my restream working, and in the end, turns out it was technical errors. It was a user error. So it's a little complicated here. Getting Zoom. I'm connecting Zoom with Restream. I don't know if you've heard of Restream, but it's a live streaming software and uh, you know, lots of moving parts and bells and whistles and all these things to get it working. So connecting Zoom with Restream. I don't know if you've heard of Restream, but so a live streaming software and oops, lots of moving parts. Hang on. Now I'm listening to myself on LinkedIn. All right. So, awesome. So we are connected. Looks like I am live. I'm live in my Facebook group, which is Double Your Sales with AI and Automation. And I am live on LinkedIn if you'd like to join me there. Right. So today we're going to be talking about setting goals for your business. And, for those of you who are business owners or growing a business, or maybe you're in marketing, you know, maybe you're working in sales, we're all salespeople, really. At the end of the day, if you're in business, you're in sales. But we're all working on something, and the problem is that we don't all really sit down and plan and create goals. How many of us are really, um, you know, powerfully planning our year? And are we setting annual goals? Are we setting quarterly goals? And then, of course, goals are our results. And what's required to get results? Actions. And the actions that we take give us the results that we get. And of course, there's always circumstances. Something could happen that we weren't expecting. For example, last night my dad went into the ICU with COVID. Who would have thought? And just things come up that we weren't expecting. But when we have a plan, then we know if we're working towards that plan, even if things change or even if something comes up, then we can evaluate in the context of, are we reaching our goals? Did we hit our goal? Did we not hit our goal? Do we need to adjust? What do we need to do? And so, most business owners don't really sit down and take the time to plan. And that could be costing them opportunities. So without a plan, we could be feeling stuck. It's easy to lose focus and sometimes get overwhelmed. When we don't break it down, you're kind of trying to eat the elephant all at once. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. We don't just, eat the whole elephant all at once because it's too much. So to really, work effectively towards our goals, it's best to set tasks. Break those goals down into the actions required to get there. What are we going to need to do to get there on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis? And then, we want to reflect on our wins and take a look at what is working and set those intentional goals, look at what is working, and celebrate our wins so that we have a clear path to success. We're celebrating our wins. We know what's really working, and we can make those incremental changes. In marketing, we like to measure weekly. So, the problem is, say that your piloting a cruise ship and you're out in the open ocean. And what would happen if you only checked your cruise ship trajectory once a year or once a quarter? Very quickly, you could be somewhere you weren't planning to be, or somewhere you don't want to be, or you could be getting into trouble. So we don't want that to happen. So when we measure weekly, we know, are we hitting our goals? Do we need to make some incremental changes, or do we need to adjust? All right. And then, so what we're about to do today is we're going to reflect on our 2024 wins and lessons. We're going to set some actionable, smart goals for 2025. We're going to break your goals into manageable steps for success. And then we're going to identify some tools and strategies like AI and automation that can help you get there faster. I'm sure a lot of you may be using AI already for different purposes, but we're going to take a look at how to use AI and automation for sales purposes so that you can get more customers and grow your business, and also, be able to convert your leads, gather leads, but also convert those leads into customers and then keep them coming back for more. So at the end of today, we want you to walk away with a clear plan to grow your business and a framework you can revisit throughout the year. And then also, we'd like to offer you our 2025 business growth blueprint. So if you'd like to get the blueprint, comment success below, and we'll give you a step-by-step framework to set and achieve your goals, with some tools and strategies to help you prioritize your tasks for maximum impact, and then also some tips for generating new leads with AI and automation so that you can integrate AI and automation into your plan to really have a successful year. So again, if you'd like to get that complimentary 2025 business growth blueprint, comment success below. All right, so a little about me, who I am. I'm Laura Camrath. I'm the CEO of Zebra Marketing. We help IT service providers, MSPs, and tech businesses to grow smarter with AI and automation. And I help people build powerful marketing systems that generate leads, convert clients, and drive revenue on autopilot. So today, I'm here to help you with goal setting because I've seen how goal setting and smart systems can really transform businesses. And I'm here to help you do the same in 2025. All right, so let's get started. Let me share my screen here. If I can manage to do that today. Oh, here we go. All right. All right. Here we go. So step one is reflect and vision. Now let me just check and see. Hi, Tamor. Can you see my screen? If you guys can see my screen, drop a 1 in the chat. And let's make sure that you guys are there and able to see. All right. Okay, so the first step is reflection and vision. So think about growth, customer impact, your financial goals, your personal satisfaction, personally and professionally, for you, and also as it pertains to your business. What would make 2025 a transformative year for your business? And describe your ideal outcomes in detail. What were your biggest wins in 2024? What lessons from those successes can you carry forward? And what were your biggest wins in 2024? Oops, I guess I put that in there twice. So, this is really a step to think about just, what really worked for you in 2024, and what might you want to change? uh what do you really want to see happen at the end of 2025? If you had a successful year, what does that look like? And really sit down and think about this, because it's easy to really get lost in the day to day, but not having a trajectory and not thinking about where you're going can have you sort of go off in the wrong direction, or you may be um you, in danger of not reaching your goal, but you don't know that because you haven't potentially set a goal, and you're not measuring to see if you're actually moving towards your goal. So really setting a goal for yourself and thinking about what that ideal end of 2025 would look like. And then we're going to take a look at what it's going to take to get there. So, and then also really celebrating our wins for 2024. What really worked well for you, and what can you celebrate? Um, it's easy to think back and say, "Oh, I wish I would have done this," or "I wish I would have done that." But that's not what this is about. This is about looking at what worked. And being kind to yourself, because we're only human, and we have successes, we have failures. Um, Things work, things don't work, and that's just the way life goes. So, really taking a look at what did work for you and celebrating that, and looking at 2025 as your opportunity to do even better. And so, take some time to sit down and write this down for yourself. If anybody would like to share, drop a note in the chat about what your wins were from 2024, and any ideal outcomes that you see for yourself in 2025. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is set SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So what does that mean? Specific means, what is it exactly that you want to achieve? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? How specific can you be about what you want to achieve? And then measurable. How are you going to track progress and define success? And like I said, it's important to measure regularly, because if you're driving, if you're piloting that cruise ship out in the open ocean and you only measure every quarter or every once a year, very quickly you could be in Antarctica, and maybe that's not where you wanted to be. So, not only specific, what is it you want to achieve, but how are you going to measure it? What metrics can you use to know if you're on the right track? And then 3 is achievable. Is this realistic given your resources and constraints? Is this really something that you can realistically achieve? It's easy to say, oh, I want to be, I don't know, a $500 million business at the end of 2025. Uh, that would be really awesome for most of us. That would be amazing. But is that realistic? Or what would be realistic? What do you realistically think you can achieve? Say you wanted to be a $500 million business, how many sales would you need to make to be able to get there? Are your prices aligned with that result? Um, what is realistic and achievable for you? And then relevant. Does this align with your business vision and priorities? Is this goal really important for you, for your priorities, for your business? Um, Saying I want to eat 25 McDonald's hamburgers by the end of this week, is probably not really a relevant goal for my business, or my health for that matter. But, so what is a relevant goal? A relevant goal could be, um, you know, I want to have 200 new customers in my mastermind by the end of 2025, or I want to have 25 new retainer customers by the end of 2025. Of course, those types of goals are relevant. And then time bound. What's the deadline? It's how do we know if we're achieving the goal? I could say I want to add 25 new retainer customers. But if I don't give it a deadline, then it could be in 10 years. So, hold ourselves accountable by giving it a deadline. And of course, once we give it a deadline, then we can break it down into how much time do we have to get there and what's going to be required to achieve that goal in that amount of time. So an example of a SMART goal would be to increase monthly recurring revenue, or MRR, by 25% by December 31st, 2025 through targeted lead generation and enhanced client retention efforts. So we've got our specifics. What we want to achieve is increasing our MRR by 25%, measurable. 25%, that's a measurement. Achievable. Yeah, I think that should be achievable. And then relevant. Yes, it's a business goal. It's a relevant goal. Growing your business. Time bound by December 31st, 2025. We've got a deadline. All right. So now that we've got our SMART goals broken down and outlined, let me just check in on the comments here. All right. Palmore says she can see us, see our screen, so that's awesome. All right. So we want to break down our SMART goals into quarterly milestones, and then monthly milestones or focus areas, and weekly actions. So a quarterly milestone, what progress should you make every 3 months? And then a monthly focus, what tasks or campaigns would help you achieve those milestones? And then the actions, weekly actions. It could be daily actions as well. What steps must you take weekly to stay on track? I keep a journal. I write down my goals every day and my actions and tasks, because it's easy to get pulled off of, if we've set a goal and we say, okay, here's the actions that we need to take in order to reach that goal. And then we start getting pulled off into this and that, and, squirrel syndrome, like squirrel. It's easy to get to the end of the week or the end of the month or the end of the quarter and, oh no, we didn't reach our goal, or, we didn't take the actions that we needed to take. And now that goal is on the back burner because we didn't keep ourselves accountable and we didn't stay on task. So check in with yourself. Break it down into your milestones and, where do you need to be at the end of the quarter in order to get to that goal at the end of the year. And then break that quarter down into months. Where do you need to be at the end of the month in order to make sure you meet that incremental goal at the end of the quarter? And then each week, what do you need to do this week to make sure you stay on track to meet that monthly goal? So break it down for yourself, because, actions equal results. We take the actions every day. If I want a beach body by, I don't know, May or June, when we start swimming here in Houston, if I want that beach body, I'm going to need to go to the gym. And, if I say, okay, well, I want to grow like some big guns and I need like 6-pack abs or whatever it is that whatever my goal is, maybe I need to drop some weight, and I put that into a goal. SMART goal would be like, okay, I lost 20 pounds by this date, blah, blah, blah. Um, well, how much would I need to lose weekly in order to get there? And then, like, what do I need to do weekly in order and daily in order to meet that goal? Well, I would need to watch what I eat, cut down on the cookies, start exercising daily. How many times a week would I need to exercise? Uh and what type of exercise would I need to do? And do I need to set like a calorie goal for myself every day? And then how do I know if I met that calorie goal? Well, maybe then I need to get like a calorie counting app. So then you start to see, well, what is it that is going to I, what is it that I'm going to need in order to meet this goal? And maybe, like in the weight loss example, yeah, maybe I need that weight loss app that I can use to track my calories. So every day at the end of the day, I know if I stayed on task or not. Every week, I know how I did. And at the end of the week, I can evaluate my progress towards meeting my goal. And then at the end of the quarter, say I'm looking to lose so much weight by May or June. Um, maybe I then break it down into a quarter. Well, how many in 3 months? What kind of progress should I have made? So, for your business, think about that. How do you break these goals down so that you can really set yourself action plans and keep yourself accountable and measure your progress? All right. So then, of course, we've got priority mapping. So we've all got 500 million things on our plate. And it's always stuff that seems like it's got to be done right now, and all of it has to be done right now, and that can be overwhelming and that can be frustrating, especially when we've got clients and the clients are banging down our door. Hey, something's wrong. Hey, this needs to be fixed. Hey, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And we all want to be responsive to our customers, of course. um, but we don't want to do that at the expense of our business or our business growth. And so making sure that we set aside the time for those tasks and actions that we have defined as being important to reach our goals. So we just set, the previous exercise, we identified those actions and those tasks that and those incremental points where we're going to measure and decide, are we on task? Are we taking the actions? But in order to really make sure that we are holding the space for us to get those things done, we need to prioritize. And we need to decide what is urgent and important. What do we really need to do immediately right now? What is going to have the biggest impact on you being able to meet that goal? And then we can categorize things into maybe they're not quite so urgent, but they're still important. This is something that needs to be done, but maybe down the road. Maybe in getting your beach body, the most urgent and important thing is downloading a calorie counting app and beginning your healthy eating, reduced calorie diet. Maybe and then maybe also starting to walking every day for 30 minutes, or walking every 3 times a week for 30 minutes or something like that is urgent and important. Like, those things have to be done now. They're right immediate, and you can get it done quickly. Maybe down the road, urgent, but not as urgent, but important could be, well, I want to start going to the weight room, and I want to start sort of a lightweight workout. And that's important, but could be done later. Like, I don't have to start working out with weights right now. I just need to start working on my calories and uh starting some physical activity like walking, which is accessible and easy to do. All I have to do is step out of my front door and I can take a walk. So that would be urgent and important. I can start it right now. I can do it today and it'll have a big impact. Not urgent, but important. Schedule for later. Hey, I still want to do this. I think it'll have an impact, but doesn't have to be done right now. Urgent, but not important. Could you delegate some things? So of course, taking care of our customers is urgent. We always need to be responsive to our customers. But is that going to, is that going to help us reach our goal, whatever our goal might be? Could we delegate it? Do we have an employee that we could have, delegate that work to? Hey, Bob, or hey, Jill, could you take care of this task for this customer because I have important business growth tasks to do right now. In the weight loss example, urgent but not important. Maybe talking to a dietitian, or urgent but not important. Maybe talking to a dietitian isn't really that important because you know that if you get the weight loss app, then you're gonna have the ability to count your calories on your own without actually needing uh, a dietitian. I just made that up. But and then we've got, of course, not urgent and not important, busy work or stuff that's just doesn't need to be done right now. Hey, we need to install a new sign on the front of our building. Do you really have to do that right now? Maybe it's not urgent, maybe it's not important. And maybe it could be just crossed off the list or postponed. So just really take a look at your goals, what we wrote down on the previous slide, and how we broke it down into actions and tasks, and then just go through. Maybe you get a highlighter and highlight those goals and prioritize things. Is it urgent and important? What is the most urgent and important stuff you need to do right now to reach your goal? So take a look at that as well for your business. And then the last step of this is, what reward will you give yourself for achieving each milestone or goal? So, it's always motivating to have something to look forward to. I went through this exercise with one of my clients recently, and he said that at the end of the year, if he reaches his business goal, which is to increase he and his business partner's revenue by a certain amount, he's going to take him and his business partner out for a nice dinner, and they're going to have a celebratory dinner. Another one of my clients said he was going to take his wife on a vacation. And he had the whole vision of that vacation in his mind, where he was going to take her, what they were going to do, where they were going to stay. Maybe he even was thinking about where they were going to eat or what they were going to do. And, when you spend some time in the visualization of that reward, whatever it is that you love to do, whatever it is that lights you up, spend some time in that visualization of that reward. And that's what you're looking forward to when you achieve these milestones and goals. And it's vision. So spend some time as well in that vision of your goal, the vision of that result. If you meet that goal, what's that gonna feel like? What's it gonna look like? What's it gonna smell like? How are you gonna feel when you reach that goal? What's your life gonna be like when you reach that goal? How is your business gonna be when you reach that goal? How are your employees gonna be when you reach that goal? Spend some time really in that visualization, because, nothing was ever created that wasn't first imagined. And so spending some time in that imagination can really help you bring that goal to life. And then also spending some time and setting yourself a reward. Because at the end of the day, it's really nice to have something to look forward to and have something to work towards. That's more motivating to you than just like, oh, it's going to be just another regular day. Um, but imagination, visualization, very powerful tools that we all have as business owners and as human beings at our disposal. So definitely use that. If you're watching right now, drop a comment. Let us know what reward you would give yourself for achieving your milestone or your goal. And all right, so next, I'd love to talk with you a little bit about why achieving our goals might sometimes feel out of reach. So, um, maybe you just set yourself a goal and you said, hey, at the end of 2025, I want to double my revenue. And then maybe you said in your mind, yeah, but that's probably never going to happen. Or, yeah, I don't know if I can really make that happen. Or, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Or we start coming up with all these reasons why maybe we're not going to be able to reach that goal. And that's not really useful to us. But at the same time, we do it anyway. As human beings, that's what we do is, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there. So if that's you and maybe that's something that's going on in your head, start thinking about these questions. Do you actually have time to handle everything? Do you have time to get all those priorities handled? Um, and are your current systems holding you back? Is the current way that things are set up maybe not quite set up in a way that's gonna actually be instrumental in helping you get to get to that goal? And then are you spending too much time possibly in manual processes? Are there things that you could automate? Is that stuff that you're doing manually eating into your ability to focus on your growth? So the reality is scaling your business requires working smarter, not harder. So, uh, I know people that are like, well, growing a business is just a lot of hard work. You got to work really hard. Well, what if you didn't have to just work really hard, but you had to work smarter? So the priorities, like what can you take off your plate? Delegation. And of course, now we have AI, and AI can do so much. I'm sure a lot of you are using AI for different applications when it comes to IT. When it comes to marketing, you can really do a lot with AI that doesn't replace humans, it supplements humans. So just like the telephone, when we got the telephone, it didn't replace human interaction, it facilitated it. So AI is just a tool, and AI can help you work smarter and not harder. So, how can AI and automation help you scale faster? It can help you save time. So, you can automate repetitive tasks to focus on high value activities. You can boost efficiency, eliminate bottlenecks, and streamline workflows. If it's, oh, I should be making sales calls, but I just never get to it every day. Or, oh, I really need to call that lead back, but now it's been 2 weeks and he's probably forgotten about me. Or, whatever it is. If we're not being very efficient, it's going to be difficult to grow the business. And then it can help you drive growth. You can reach more prospects, close more deals, and just improve retention faster, especially for those of us who maybe manage service providers or we have customers on retainer. If you add a customer and then you lose a customer, you're not growing the business. So you want to add customers and retain the customers that you already have. So AI isn't just a tool, it's a game changer for businesses looking to grow smarter. let's talk about why early adopters of AI are winning right now. So the businesses who are using AI and automation for marketing are outpacing their competitors because they're responding faster and more effectively. If uh, if you're prospecting for leads and someone responds and you don't get back to them for a day or two or three or more, by the time you get back to them, they may have either moved on to somebody else, hired somebody else, or they may have entirely forgotten who you even are. So, we call it speed to lead. With AI, you're able to respond to people immediately, 24/7. So we as humans are limited just because, you know, we need to take breaks. We need to take potty breaks. We have families. We need to take vacations. Um, we need benefits. We need to have really awesome lives. And uh, that's not always intuitive with just being available 24/7. Like we are not. We have to sleep. But AI, it is available 24/7. It can respond in the most professional way, representing your business immediately, all the time. 90 calls a minute. um, that's like having 90 employees in one. So pretty amazing stuff. The people who are using this for their business are just blowing it out of the water. And then also improving the customer experience through customized and timely interactions. So, if you're, eh, I don't know, say somebody comes to your website, one of your customers comes to your website and they have a question, but you're not available. Maybe they can chat with your bot that is thoroughly trained with your FAQs, common questions, things that people need to know. And if it's not able to answer the question, it can direct them into a call with your team, or set up a call with someone in your company, uh, so that the person always feels taken care of. And so that they're always getting their questions answered. It's not like they have to wait 3 days for you to get back to them, or even hours, or even minutes. They get a response immediately. And then increasing revenue with scalable systems that don't rely on manual effort. So, if you're not able to be available, or your sales team is not available 24/7, an AI system is. And like I said, it can respond 90 times a minute. Like it's not limited like our human resources are. And so it's highly scalable. You don't have to add more effort to bring in more leads. You can set it up and it can run on autopilot, and you can just have those leads just flowing in when you need them. So what does this mean for you? Adopting AI positions you and your business for success in 2025 and beyond. So we at Zebra, we have a solution to help you achieve your business growth goals. It's called Zebra Suite, and it can help you automate lead generation and follow-up. It can engage and qualify prospects with conversational AI to book leads into calls with your sales team. It can manage customer onboarding, retention, and upselling with ease. And, by integrating these tools, you can focus on running your business while Zebra Suite handles the heavy lifting to bring in new customers so that you can grow your business predictably and effectively, so that you can meet your business growth goals by the end of 2025. And having systems and having a plan really can help you catapult your growth. It's, when our human efforts, uh, as humans, we get pulled off into different directions. We have things come up. AI doesn't have things come up. It just runs and it operates and it brings in business for you. Our system is built for IT service providers and MSPs and people, in the tech industry. It's tailored for your needs. So we would build it specifically for tech businesses like yours. We build a custom system for your business. And then it's automated end to end. So from leads to sales, it's all covered. We can generate leads for you and get them booked into, we can qualify those leads and get them booked into sales calls with your team, or allow the AI to direct them to a small purchase. And then of course it's all done for you. So this isn't like some sort of steep learning curve or adding a bunch of extra work onto your plate, which I'm sure is already overloaded. No, you just get results. You just get leads. You just get booked appointments, qualified booked appointments, and you can close those sales. So you just have predictable sales month after month. So at the end of the year, you can meet those business goals that you've set up for yourself. And like I said, as an AI team never calls in sick or takes a day off, always operates at peak performance. It outputs 100 times the volume of your best team member. And it doesn't require salaries or benefits or coffee breaks. No, it just runs. It just does its job. It doesn't ever complain. And you get leads and sales. All right, so let's make your 2025 goals a reality. And we'd love for you to take action today and explore how Zebra Suite can help you scale faster and smarter, and schedule a complimentary strategy call with us to see how it fits your business. So just remember, growth happens when you combine the right tools with the right plan. So we would love to help you take a look at your business and how we could help you grow and scale. Again, we have the complimentary 2025 business growth blueprint that you can download. So go ahead and drop the word comment below with the word success if you would like to receive that complimentary blueprint. And then also, if you'd like to schedule a double your sales discovery session with our team or with me, then go ahead and comment book a call below, and we will get you set up to join our discovery session so we can take a look at your business and help give you some actionable tips that you can use right now to grow your business. So drop the word success below, drop the word book a call. We look forward to talking with you and sharing our complimentary business growth. Well, that's a mouthful. Our complimentary 2025 business growth blueprint with you. And thanks for tuning in. Let me go back here. Alrighty. Thanks for tuning in. And we're going to be live every Tuesday here at 11 a.m. CST. And we're going to be talking about all kinds of topics when it comes to AI and automation. We're going to be talking about growing your business, getting more leads. We're going to talk about nurturing leads, about customer retention, and how to really work in these new tools for AI and automation that are just helping people be more competitive in challenging markets. So we'd love for you to come back next Tuesday, every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Hopefully next Tuesday, I won't have any tech issues. This was my first time going live with Restream, which is a sort of multi-channel live streaming tool. And user error, and there was one last step. I had to click there's like a more button and a live stream setting in Zoom. So I did everything right, but then once I went live, there's like one more thing I forgot to do. So next time I'll know about that and be able to go live directly at 11 a.m. CST without any delay. So I look forward to seeing you back here next week at 11 a.m. Would love to hop on a strategy call with you. I hope you enjoy the 2025 business growth blueprint and you get something out of it. It's really a resource that you can sit down and use to reflect on 2024, on your past year, on the wins that you've had, on things that you might like to do better in 2025, and really set your goals and break them down so that you can reach them uh, annually, quarterly, monthly, and on a weekly basis. Always really good idea to think about these things at the beginning of the year, so that by the end of the year that we've gotten where we're looking to go. All right, so like I said, set your SMART goals, set your priorities, celebrate your wins, give yourself something to look forward to, and we will see you next week. I'm looking forward to having you guys all on the call and really making 2025 our best year yet, and helping us as a community be more successful and really grow our businesses and have those amazing, full, and exciting lives that we are looking to live. So see you guys soon. All right. Bye.